and welcome to the Salty Boys Podcast.
That's pretty shit. 8.
Oh boy!
I don't think this is milk.
As he phases out.
I'm so sorry, everybody, but for my own edification right now.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
The Salty Boys Podcast.
Fuck Disney.
Hey Simmons, hit record.
Need some crunchy.
Okay,
Give me some of that crunch, boy.
now. You want some crunch?
Only if it's a captain.
This is Old Bay.
No, that's way too fucking salty.
So I guess I should have asked before we hit the record button. Am I supposed to have like a bottle of liquor next to me for some?
I should have
Yeah.
sent you a
Why?
message to get pub mix.
I do have potato chips.
Did I tell you to make
That
the
works.
wet water thing?
Yes.
Okay, just
All right.
making sure.
Well, we're gonna have seen this sticker.
just wanted to
Did you cut the sweet out of sweet water? And
We're gonna have
I
a
modified the suite. Yes. So for everyone that can't see this, which is everyone except for people here,
so one
I have
person.
a trillion billion Sweetwater stickers. So I had one on my water bottle, and I was recording with Sawyer's band one day, and his bass player goes, "You should like cut the sweet off of that, so it just says water, and like everyone will know, like it's still Sweetwater sticker." And then Sawyer's like, "Wait, you should make it say wet water."
I hate water, especially wet water.
There's more Gilbert Gottfried than me out.
Is water wet though?
Stop. It's not time.
Can
for
water
this.
be made wet?
Is the dress blue or gold?
It's blue,
It's
of
blue.
course.
It's
Yeah,
blue.
it's always blue.
It's blue.
Oh no, I saw white and gold.
I did too.
It's definitely blue.
Well, that's a
Well,
sign.
you're not neurodivergent.
Bro, what is this?
That's
is
a
this,
sign of being artistic.
Is this 2016? What is this?
That was like 2012, idiot.
Was
I
it
can
really?
has
I don't know.
cheeseburger.
Oh my
You
God.
guys were like
What is
11 back then,
time?
right?
What is time?
Time is irrelevant.
No,
It's
time
a
is
little
an
early
herb.
to get philosophical.
Hey guys, have you seen those recent Rage comics?
They have these things called lol faces.
I can't have cheeseburger.
Wow, original content, bro.
Did Charlie ever bite any of you?
No.
The unicorn.
Oh, let's go.
Charlie
It's
bit
like,
me,
what?
and yes, but that one's good.
Yes, we know Charlie bit me.
Thank you, Taylor.
Do you want to do recap
You're
first
welcome.
or intros first?
Let's do recap.
What are we
Democracy.
recapping?
It's been like 2
Yeah.
weeks.
Let's
3
start
weeks.
with how this is a TPK and then work backwards.
Fair.
Cool.
Well, no, it's all of my characters have been party killed.
I mean,
Kronk himself has a TPK like under his belt.
we've lost the same amount of characters, right?
Only 2. Are we having a
because I've lost
competition?
Rap and I've lost Daffrin.
No, Daffrin came back. Don't count.
He's not being played.
He's edgelord.
Yeah, he hides in the corner, doesn't he?
He's into edging.
If we count like retirement, if we count like out of active play.
For death, then yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill Monty tonight.
Those are rookie numbers. Alrighty.
It was originally the
I am
captain and
rolling a new character right now.
Can you grab me one of those
So-
orange things before we recap, actually? Because I'm just going to... The orange Sonics.
Oh, they're
shit! Okay, well, I'll wait.
Um,
Are you recording?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
fantastic.
So
Awesome. I
let's
like it.
start with.
I never let Simmons know when I hit record. I just say, "Hey, start recording."
Yeah, exactly.
And there's always like 10 seconds of his audio that's captured from the Zoom input. It's great.
So, we met a new face last week.
Hello.
Miraculously
can I get a fast
saved
charger?
the captain.
And came back.
And came back.
For another session.
It was fantastic.
Yeah, we didn't drive him away, which is great. So after swooping in on this web hook, what do you all remember from last session?
We went to the
Frank-
castle or the tower, and old Wander helped us climb a rope because me and Quiffin couldn't climb a rope
Almost fucking died.
because we're decrepit old men.
Oh, and we're deciding on whether or not to kill apple bottom jeans.
what?
The guy we're looking for.
Boots with the fur.
Yeah, that's what Tinley is.
Oh, Mylon cores.
Morrison.
Construct additional pylons.
You have not gotten his name right a single episode of this arc.
Why start now?
That's okay.
Yeah, what are you getting?
Mylon Pusker?
Mylor cures.
Morrison.
Telon Busk. Teflon Busker.
Morrison Phillips?
And then we went in the tower and we got attacked by rays. And
I want a raise.
we killed them. and then we instantly vaporized a bunch of spider
Yes.
beasts.
Oh, we did do the tandem fireball. Oh,
Yeah,
that was
double fireball.
That was
sick.
hot.
Yeah,
Burn it with fire.
it's beautiful.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can just imagine all those innocent spider children just being like, oh, it's gonna be a great.
There was a hostage in that room.
There was a spider orphanage. I mean,
They were shooting, it was the spider version of the Travis Tritt song "Great
They were
Day to Be
trying to
Alive."
save
They're
the
shooting the
last
music
of
video in there. It's a great day to be.
Oh my god! The one time someone got AR's ref. Please don't ever do it again, Corey.
You never heard that song?
Our bit is that AR has the moldiest references. So we have to, even if you get it, you have to pretend that you don't.
Yeah, but I'm like the oldest person here.
This man has pickled his fucking references and then brings them out after 15, 20.
Like cracking open a jar of pickled boiled eggs at work. You just have to pretend that it's not.
No, it's like the pickled pig dicks that sit on the counter at the gas station for like 25 cents.
What gas station do you
like
go
the-
to?
What? That's what they're called. They're the
Is that
little
a
like
does Rocks have that?
the little firecracker sausages that sit on the counter that have been there for like 15 years. Because I mean, who goes into the gas station and says, "I want one of those 25-cent sausages that's been sitting there and covered in
A
dust"?
Slim Jim?
I'll take
No,
a
the
pack
ones in the
of-
jars, like the pickled ones.
I'll take I'll take a Marlboro Reds and one of them sausages.
One of them pickled sausages.
I'll take a canister of Skull.
Holy shit.
I
And
lost
a-
control
and a pig
of my
dick.
life.
Somebody who's given up. That's who.
Just give me the whole jar.
The sodium alone will end your fucking life.
I mean, it's only 2,000% of
It
your
is-
daily value.
It's a travesty we haven't played like an RPG in like a modern one. We would just have. It would just be so ridiculous. Somehow more ridiculous than
It's a
what-
travesty we
AR,
haven't played
can
an
you grab me
RPG
a,
since
a
we've been
bevy
here.
since you're up?
It's great that we all get together once a week or so, but
Once a week. Dude, it's been like 3 weeks.
that's a really
2 weeks.
It'll be like 30 seconds for the podcast, people. I got to listen to the intro.
Yeah. So,
All right, so on my left, we have...
Did we get through the recap?
No, we're making our way
Oh.
through the spider place, but I think that's about
Yeah, we kind of
it.
did.
There was a lovely tapestry.
There was a lovely time.
We're looking for Molson
I remember there
beers.
was a guy looking at
Coke
Moss.
now.
Don't know much about it.
Yeah, there's a guy looking at Moss. Unfortunately, yeah, you didn't get too
think
much
it's gonna be
exposure to
good?
Moss. Well, actually, fortunately,
Well, I mean, he is getting plenty of exposure to moss
There we
right
go.
now as we speak.
He
but
exposes himself to all the moss.
yeah.
Oh my.
So
This is Natty Boh, Coca-Cola, and Crown Vanilla.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
did you
And a
put some orange?
No, I
orange
didn't.
mango in
I
it?
didn't specify what I
Coward.
wanted.
Coward.
It's like the suicide you make at a restaurant whenever you go to each one of the soda taps.
We were just listening to Chris Cornell today.
Wah, wah.
I'm the DM. To my right, we have,
I am Crunk.
and you are playing.
Monty Pons tonight, and maybe another character or two. We'll see. I got a score to settle.
Checking his expiration date on your character sheet.
Yeah, he's only got at least 30 minutes
All right.
left.
fellas, I'm prepared now.
All right. Speaking of which,
To my right on the screen behind us,
Do you have that dank vape?
Yes, I do. But this is Simmons. I'm playing Francis, and Francis is currently rolling in a field of moss.
strawberry moss for
you had that coming. Sorry.
I just want to let you know that I went to Lowe's the other day. I was looking for power tools, but my girlfriend wanted to look at plants, and I specifically asked her where all the moss was, and we couldn't find any.
Somewhere Simmons was like, fuck.
She's like, "Well, they usually at least have Irish moss, but there's none out." And I'm like, "Oh,
I had Irish moss.
had my phone out and everything. I was gonna be like, I found Francis."
I'm just so glad that Francis lives rent free in all of your heads. Hours of the
That's
day.
the true curse. That's the true spell he's cast over us.
Okay, so on Francis's right.
I have a good track record of characters that you just never leave your head.
I have contracted meningitis. Who's on Simmons's forward port?
This is Paul, your boy.
Hey, Paul.
Your boy Paul.
Paul
playing
Atreides.
Hi, Paul.
Sir Tenley.
Very cool.
Paul.
Yep.
Hi, I'm Paul. You're the monkey from Jimmy Neutron.
No, I'm the.
You remember that?
No.
You guys remember that?
I never
Yes.
watched it.
I do remember that.
Guys, we got 7th place. Or no, guys, we got. Or no, sorry, fuck. 10th place isn't so bad.
You already fucked up.
10th place isn't so bad, but guys, there's only 7 acts.
You can't.
The Llama Lords of Science.
What was that comment you made to me one time about don't try a quote if you can't do it right?
But here's the thing. How many times have you fucked it up? I fucked up once.
You fuck up every day.
You have
wake
fucked
up,
up
you fuck
every-
up.
No.
You fucked up my car.
No, I didn't.
You could have.
Apple Valley fucked up your car.
Every day you wake up, you fucked up.
Hey, you just doxed us all because you said Apple Valley.
Texas.
Edit that out, AR.
A man recites a quote, but he is not the same man.
Apple Valley,
and he doesn't
Ohio?
remember the quote.
Actually, that's probably just gonna be the intro. I'm not gonna edit it out. I'm just gonna make it the intro. This is my new strategy. Anytime somebody tells me to edit something, that just goes in the beginning of the episode.
shortens the episode from the front end.
And I just
All right, I rolled a hit. That's the intro.
to his right, to Paul's right.
This is Stanley playing Gunkbog.
Paul Stanley? From Kiss?
What was that about my moldy ass references?
This is Gilbert playing Yardley.
Good one.
And this is Gorlock. I'm using different names.
Paul Gilbert. I get it.
Playing Wander.
Very nice.
Peg-legged tiefling.
Awesome.
Tiefling about to get pegged.
Getting a little bit of the Wanderlust story. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Putting the lust into wanderlust.
Oh, man.
Very nice.
We're now doing a
Guys,
romantic
quit.
novel.
Quit doxing us. You said lust. Everyone knows where we are now.
They have a steak night on Tuesday.
Triangulate.
I was telling my girlfriend that. I was like, I'm telling you, one of the places around here, I swear to God, they have a
Hey
steak
babe,
night.
can we go to a steak night, please? Don't ask questions, but can we?
They have unlimited shrimp.
just where?
Babe, their tuna melts are off the charts.
I don't get why you guys are laughing at this. That food is fucking awesome.
That's what I'm saying.
It really is. It really
It's a
is.
steak
For the
concealment
steak
but I
night?
only see steak on the
Sawyer
menu.
was talking about going to the lust.
actually-
I
Yeah,
want to
sounds
do
like
that.
fish.
No, I'm Gilbert. I'm Gilbert, dude.
Gilbert, I'm sorry.
No, we all go in, we get a steak. And the hardest part is just not tipping anybody.
Is it actually good though?
It's steak and a lap, dude. For $12 a ribeye, fuck it.
I'd had 2 steaks and
That's
no lap
extremely
dance for
cheap
that
for a
price.
steak.
I'm just throwing out. I have no clue how expensive it
I
is.
would go. I would try.
I mean, they probably would do that because they're not banking on you staying for the food.
Can we do the podcast at Lust next time on steak?
On stage.
All right, no, on steak night.
Now, I will say this.
Hang on, I gotta roll my D20. Hang
Oh,
on.
I'm getting a lap dance. Get the fuck out.
So as I was a little younger and not quite 21. We played at one of the strip clubs around here on New Year's Eve on stage while the strippers were all dancing around us. And at the time, like being 20, I was like, this is so awesome. And looking back on it, I'm like, yeah, it was awesome at the time, but man, that was really trashy.
So, I'm going to put you on the spot. Actually, well, the guy I need just walked out of the room. So,
That's not terrible.
Sir
I'm still on
Skinley.
the spot.
We'll go one more time.
Wander's
Try
just
that.
looking around wondering what
No,
the
we,
hell's
I mean,
gotten
we
into.
totally have a character that is not at all associated with the current timeline of events. We could totally do something with him.
Who's that?
I was actually going to ask you
Stanley.
if you would be willing to play.
Try that.
You're still going to be Wander, but we're going to go into a flashback. So I'm
Okay.
wondering if you would play a student named Lynn.
All right.
Weird.
How sexy am I?
Not. You're like 11.
That's a good
As
answer.
sexy as you want to be.
This kind of tastes like malt soda.
I wasn't sure if we're talking like university student, but apparently that wasn't what we're talking about.
No,
Middle school
sorry.
student.
I should
I mean, it can
have.
still be 11. What race am I?
Don't be racist.
I don't like this. I don't like this line of questioning.
Juneteenth around the corner over here.
It matters.
Alrighty.
I mean, 11 and
Stop. Don't finish that sentence, Stanley.
in orc years.
Okay, that's better.
So,
So like 3 because orcs mature in age at a super fast rate.
Exactly.
Stop.
we are going to start with a flashback.
Oh my god.
In the schoolhouse of the Justiciar Knights.
Oh my god.
Trainees.
Oh shit.
The room is minimalist, with brutalist architecture, meant to drill in the structured thinking that is expected of its students. A young Tenley sits among the students. The thin, hook-nosed professor concludes writing on the chalkboard, the piece of chalk squeaking against the surface, before turning, his slender frame and scarred face forming a constant sneer. What is the course of action for a bounty you cannot bring alive, Lynn? His eyes pierce daggers at you.
Death.
Death. Why, Tenley, did he get this answer wrong?
We are not the arbiters of life or death. We are the Justiciar Knights.
It appears that you've read your book but fail to apply the most practical of skills. Can you do anything but disappoint me, Tenley?
Hold on, higher pitch Tinley. He's like 11.
No, just do like regular Tinley. Do a voice correct every now and again.
You mean just talk?
Damn. Got me. I'm sorry, what?
He said, why is it that you cannot... Something about, like...
Help but
why,
disappoint.
Help but disappoint. Thank you.
Because I forge my own path.
Well, forge your own path to the principal's office immediately. Lynn, would you like to join him?
No.
Wrong answer! To the principal's office! Poor Lynn. Will never be a knight. Poor Sir Lynn. So as you two walk out, have you two known each other long, or known each other before?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I just know that he was the nerdy kid that I never really, kind of kept distant to be socially cool.
Do you say anything on your way?
That professor really is. He's got a problem, I think.
Yeah, this whole school's got a problem. You know what?
All right, that's it. Ferris Bueller. I didn't read far enough into that. Oh no. Probably too soon.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Or edit that out.
All right, second intro clip found.
Now that the podcast has started.
Welcome to the Salty Boys podcast. On my left, we have
School shooter.
way too soon. He's
Our
actually
podcast theme this week is Pumped Up Kicks. So
Anyway.
I'm going to interrupt this flow of us being banned from the internet real quick with a comment that my girlfriend's son just turned 13 this past week, and he had a birthday party, and she told me that she'd never heard so many times the word penis, but titties, and that many voice cracks in the span of like 3 hours. And I said, sounds like the podcast.
They've never been in a middle school, it sounds like.
Yeah,
So.
well,
Funny.
most
she's
parties,
never heard titties that many times.
yeah, pretty much. Most parties are more co-ed, but it was like all boys this time. And she was like, it was absolutely wild. I'm like, it genuinely sounds like an episode of the Salty Boys.
Yeah, the back cracks were just flowing.
Yeah.
So, Tenley and Lynn, as you're waiting outside the classroom, the professor steps back out, and sort of with a different demeanor than he had in the classroom, he stops in front of you, not more kind, but at least less intense. Mm-hmm. And he looks at you and says, "Do you know why I said that your answers were wrong?"
I assume because they were wrong, sir.
Tenley?
I think it's because you didn't like my answer.
That's right. The world will never like your answer. Sometimes you will do what you think is right, and it will be wrong, and there is nothing you can do about it. And with that, we're going to cut back to all of you in the audience chambers. Francis, you just happened to show up.
Whoa!
Oh, amazing!
Oh, hey, look, it's Francis, guys.
I imagine it's like at the office where Angela sneaks up behind Dwight.
Whoa.
So basically, you just see Francis like
guys know moss?
saunter in, like dragging a big ass burlap
big
sack,
bed
just
of moss.
stuff. It's this massive sack, just like 50 pounds of moss. It's wonderful.
Son, how did you get up the tower with that?
My, that's quite a sack you have.
Oh, hello, sir. It was to be quite the challenge. If I am to be honest, I was to be trying to get to be backing to the train station, and I was to be finding this tower.
You
so
accidentally
I
climbed
got
up
distracted.
a rope into a floating tower when you were looking for the subway.
It has been a long day.
He is a straight character out of a Discworld novel.
Francis, what you are looking at in this, as well as the party that you're accustomed to, plus one, is this is a massive audience chamber or like amphitheater sort of setup. It's like a bowl with seating in concentric circles, what appear to be like 3 sections around a large central statue. That is sort of sunk into the ground, slightly graded towards the center. The statue is a dwarf that stands about 40 feet from the bottom of the foot to the top of its hat. As you enter, its unmoving eyes seem to meet your gaze. So, like, the statue's eyes are like eye level. So, the statue has an oversized vertical hat, sort of like an inverted ziggurat. Has a stern face, slightly obscured by a beard, with bronze rings, minor gemstones, and the twin beams of sapphire light shine on the statue from the roof, and you see lots of people milling about in each of the circles.
Ghost people.
So, did we ever finish our argument? And does Francis come in on that note when we're saying whether or not we need to capture or kill this guy because we were finding out that the fate of the city might rest on him being alive?
Yeah, I don't think we had that argument yet.
I think we started it.
Oh, Montgomery, what do you think the course of action will be? Because I have my ideas for it, but...
Well, last week he brought up that maybe we should talk to him first before we automatically try and capture and bring him in, after finding some of the information that says that if he leaves, the city might cease to exist or have some catastrophic actions happen to it.
And so, Tenley, I know this is a sensitive matter for you because this is your job. But what would you do in this position?
The assignment is to capture and bring into custody Morrison Cures.
But if it comes down to it, and our lives were in danger, would you...
What happens if he leaves here and everybody dies?
I follow a higher authority, and I will do what that authority requires of me.
Montgomery Pond just kind of gives a side eye to Yardley with a raised eyebrow, kind of like, are you up for this?
I don't support the loss of life. I never have.
Well, maybe we should wait until we meet this Molson Coors.
Can Gunkbog climb the statue while they're having this discussion?
Gunkbog is the statue.
So as you approach Gunkbog, you see, as you approach the first circle...
Manta rays!
Fuck you, manta rays! Sorry. The runes on the inky black stones in front of your feet glow cyan as you approach, lighting first in languages you do not recognize before settling on ones that you do, then cycling through more languages once again. It reads briefly enough for you to read, "Let you who are sharp of mind pass, dullards prohibited."
We have to grab the hammer.
Yes.
I put my pants back on.
Oh, sorry.
End it.
Gunkbog, what does that say over there?
I don't know. It says you can't be a duck.
So,
Good thing it's a pelican.
Montgomery has caught on to this. He just kind of nonchalantly walks up and puts a hand on the hammer.
All right.
Dullards shall not pass. I wonder what sort of arcane trickery they can actually use to make that true. I don't know. Let's try. Here we go.
Would you please,
I
as
put-
you...
I will put my hand on the hammer as well. Does it work? Does it work if more than one person?
Yeah.
The collective intelligence goes down.
I don't
Does
believe
it-
anyone's ever tried.
Does it split the
No,
intelligence
actually, the
bonus?
first time we discovered it, Francis, Yardley, and Gunkbog were all holding it.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
they all get 19 in?
There you go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyone touching it gets
All
19
right,
in.
then I'll also touch it.
Is anybody not touching the hammer?
I'll touch
I feel smarter. So
Francis
at
is
that point,
not.
I'm going to beckon everybody
Makes sense.
over and say, let's all hold Hammy.
Keep in mind, my intelligence gets reduced whenever I touch the hammer.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Wanda
based on...
doesn't quite know what's happening.
So Wanda, here's what's...
Everybody, grab the shaft.
Simmons, it's base 19, so if you touch
Everyone's
it, you still
doing
take
it, don't-
20.
Don't be weird.
Okay, I mean, it doesn't really like apply
No.
in that case. Like Francis, like my interpretation of the hammer is if one other person is touching, everybody can understand Gunkbog.
Yes,
So-
because it's not like field of effect. It's like Gunkbog gets an intelligence of 19.
Right.
And everyone else
So-
touching it, right?
Correct.
If it's lower.
Coolest magical weapon ever, by the way.
All right.
So I know, Francis, you said you are not holding on to it.
That's correct.
Okay. Wander.
If I am explained what it does,
Oh yeah, I
like-
beckon you over and say, grab the shaft.
if everyone's doing it, I don't want to stick out.
And Yardley and Tinley already know.
I don't want to ruffle any feathers.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that in mind, please make an intelligence saving throw, and you have to beat a 15.
Nope, I failed.
Are you serious?
I got a 6, so that's
failed.
19 plus
Oh, yeah.
4, 3.
I'm good.
19 plus whatever, I guess 4 for
Four.
Four.
19.
It's
Exact
plus 4.
same.
Yep.
I got a 20.
Very nice.
I'm dumb.
I failed.
Monty.
I got a 7.
Me and Yardley is dumb.
I got a 19.
High fives.
Everybody else passed, right?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Do we stay on the other side of the wall and not take any kind of damage of any sort?
That would be lovely, wouldn't it?
I hate you.
No, Monty just sits there and goes, electrolytes.
That's what plants crave.
Brondo's got electrolytes.
The mitochondria has the power.
Monty and Yardley, you take 23 fire damage.
Oof.
Briefly but intensely, your bodies are engulfed in flame.
Time to roll that new character.
And then just as soon as it starts, it stops. And in front of you is a visage of an ethereal silhouette. I will take anybody who would like to an Arcana check to see what it is.
Francis, obviously.
Welcome to the Arcana Check podcast.
Oh, I have a 15
20.
That was an 18
with
for
a
me.
plus 0.
I got a 13.
13 from Smart Bog.
Did you want to? You're good. Patting out the flames. Specifically to Wander, you recognize that this would be produced by a form of the unseen servant spell. However, it appears that this was cast so long ago that there have been some deviations. Because normally it only
Degradations
lasts
or like it's degrading, or that it's like morphine or
mutations.
Like mutating. Okay.
Yeah, permutations, something
Yeah,
like
okay.
that.
Cortana's run rampant.
It says, "Hello, be you pilgrim, traveler, or would-be assassin. I bid you welcome on behalf of my master. You know that unseen servants don't talk,
That's
for
weird.
one. Yeah,
I'll share what I know with the party too. By the way.
that ain't right. My name is Deno.
So, I don't know how many of you other ones noticed this, but this appears to be a version of the unseen servant spell. But those don't usually talk. Something's not quite right here.
I cannot hear you very well. I'm sorry.
Lick the microphone.
Even is this better?
Yeah, well, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Much better.
Okay. See, I didn't. You say lick it, and then I'm just like, man, like literally.
No, like literally.
literally make sure.
No, AR tried this. Paul, or no, Stanley tried this new thing with the mics over the table, so you have to, bend over to get to
I'll
it.
move him back at break because it doesn't work as well as I hoped it
We're all
would.
standing and bending over at the waist to speak into the microphone.
Bend over and I'll show you.
If you lift it up here,
This is the we're doing the medieval blah, blah, blah.
Resident Evil
Yeah,
podcast?
no medieval peasantry version. All bent over for the majority of our lives. We all die at 35.
So Wander has shared with you some
Yeah.
information.
By the way, I'm dead.
Something is not right with this unseen servant. Something
Indeed.
is amiss.
So where do we go from here? Like,
There's
okay.
a silhouette that's specifically addressed you. It's sort of standing in front of you, but if you want to continue walking, you may.
Oh, so there's still a passage or something.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's just that a silhouette has appeared in front of you, introducing itself. My name is Deno. I bid you welcome on behalf of my master.
Who's the master?
Ask it. Yes.
Where is your master?
My master is Morrison Cures, and I hope that you are understanding, but my master has a finite amount of energy and focus. He cannot personally meet with each one of you if you are deemed unworthy by these trials. For this, I personally apologize. And the silhouette, though, hazy around the edges. Clearly, you can tell that it bows. And then straightens back up.
I want to say that we are here
Holy shit.
to judge Molson Coors. And that
We're representatives of Anheuser-Busch, and we're here to acquire.
Hostile takeover.
Yeah.
he should meet us with the utmost urgency. Because his life and everybody in the city depends on it.
The figure's head sort of bows, or not bows, tilts in listening to you and says, I hope that I may clarify or offer information to the... ask any inquiry and I will provide an answer to the best of my ability.
What's the quickest way to your master?
To continue through the trials.
How do we skip the trials?
I'm sorry, I do not know.
What are the trials?
You have already passed the first. The 2 next trials await you.
What are they?
The next circle will test your virtue, and the final will test your leadership.
Well then, on with it.
Gunkbog's gonna, pardon me, Dino, was it?
Yes, that's correct.
I'm aware of, as thanks to Wonders, it advised us, my thought is that you were to be an unseen servant. How is it that we can see you and communicate with you? How long have you been here?
Time is not one of my parameters. I live here to exist and serve my master. I will do so until I can no longer do so.
How many other people have you seen pass through these trials?
Please wait one moment.
No.
All of our waiting music is Girl from Ipanema.
I'm sorry. I appear to have reached an error. I cannot comprehend the quantity of people which I have spoken to. It exceeds my calculations.
Well, Mr. Dino, what if we had a gift for your master? Would we be able to bypass these trials?
No, I'm sorry. You may approach and offer a gift, as many do, to my master, Morrison Cures. However, this does not preclude you from the trials. All who pass through here must pass through the trials.
Son of a bitch.
My purpose in the first circle is to meet with those in Kaiser and solve problems that have occurred on a day-to-day basis. I ask, have you encountered any problems with the city?
Oh yes, we can't interact with 3/4 of it.
Processing. I see. Thank you for this information. Yes. Due to some miscalculations, a student here, Rolf, moved most of the city into the ethereal plane. Due to the ley lines used to keep the portals open, the city is particularly susceptible to arcane mishaps. Allow me to bring him here. And with a pop, a pale and terrified-looking human appears in front of you, gripping a cask-sized arcane implement. Ghost! No! No more!
I was about to go into Francis. I was about to say, I am to be understanding. I understand that you are Rolf.
What?
We mean you no harm.
Make a persuasion check.
Can I do deception? Because I'm going to shoot this fucker.
You do mean him harm.
Persuasion?
Yes.
If the thing's at the bottom of it, is that a 6 or a 9?
That's not. That's a 6.
The
Who can
bottom.
persuade?
The line is the bottom of the
God.
number.
Can I
Damn
persuade somebody?
Persuasion, that was a 10.
Okay.
Seeing that he's doing a terrible job.
Yeah, can I help him out?
I was gonna say he doesn't just immediately like book it, so he stays in place and like he's listening.
All right.
So, Rolf, yes? That is your name? My name is Yardley Quiffin. We mean you no harm. This is Montgomery. This is Tenley. That's Francis. We have Wander over here, and then we also have Gunkbog.
Top of the morning to you, sir.
I've never had a ghost tell me their name before, so
Well, That's the thing, because
We're not ghosts.
Do we perceive him as a ghost?
He is, I mean, like very pale, like he has not seen sunlight of any kind in like, a long time.
So he doesn't look like a ghost to us, but we look like a ghost to him.
Maybe.
Maybe.
So we could be like the other people that were.
Yeah. So it's like, so I don't see a ghost over here. I see. Well, I'm seeing a person here. So I'm sorry. We are not ghosts. We are a part of this plane. We are having some difficulties navigating through on Kaiser. The city is not interacting with us as we would like it to. I understand there's a magical mishap here, and hopefully we might be able to fix this little issue.
I'm just gonna stretch out my hand, kind of to invite him if he wants to, like kind of like you were like a timid animal. Like, it's okay. Like, we're not here to hurt you. We're here to help.
Yeah.
Wander starts going. Pss, pss, pss.
Yeah. Money hands.
Oh, those chips were hotter than I thought.
Good boy.
A big fucking handful. I didn't realize they were hot. I was like,
Oh, they're good.
No, I
Yeah.
aspirated one earlier. I was coughing for
I was like, these are pretty good. I was like, whoa, my mouth.
So Dano speaks up and tries to offer some advice. I'm afraid he's been trapped in the ethereal plane for quite a long time. Truthfully, before bringing him here, his survival was unlikely.
So, Dano, why do we look like apparitions to him, but he looks perfectly fine to us?
You see the silhouette point to the device in his arm, and Rolf goes, "Wait, I'm back. Wait, if I'm back, then I can. Here, take this." And he hands it to you, Wander, as you're reaching out. You can, yeah, and surprisingly, you can take the device.
I will take it. What is this strange contraption?
On the surface,
Arcana
it seems
check.
to be an Arcana check. It seems to be a metal barrel with levers on it.
Yeah.
Does it?
It's a crazy.
I might know what it
I was gonna say, is it the apparatus of the crab?
Hey, wait a second. I got 13 though.
Okay. So beyond sort of pulling levers, they don't seem to move for you.
Perhaps someone else here might have more luck.
I am a tinkerer, as well as a kind of a studious person of the arcanical arts.
Perhaps, Mr. Quiffen, this device in particular requires attunement in order to operate the levers.
Maybe.
Which do thou like to try?
Can I get some assistance from Smartbog?
How do I assist? Do we both roll Arcana?
Well, you tell me how you assist. Or maybe the captain can put you to task.
I'm just gonna be behind him the whole
hold it.
time. Yeah.
I'm a
I'm just
tinkerer.
gonna ghost. I'm just gonna be ghost. I'm Patrick Swayze.
That's
Okay.
fine. Yeah. So roll with the
I'm just gonna
advantage.
sing. I have the time of my life.
No, what is
and
that
I
song?
owe it all to you.
Wrong song, but still.
16.
Yeah, that's what you needed. So you realize that there's sort of what Gungbog was alluding to. There's some kind of attunement you need to put some of your magical energies into, suffuse into the device. You see the bands on the barrel begin to expand and open, and as it begins to shift and morph, it turns into a small crab.
Oh my god!
And you
What?
recognize that the barrel is a modified apparatus of the crab. However, rather than becoming something you can crawl into, it begins to spin.
It crawls into you.
It crawls into you. It begins to spin
Bad
and
memories.
exude these indigo and blue energies, and you see that the city begins to. You feel the ground sort of shift, and all of a sudden it pops. The crab turns back into a barrel and drops to the ground, and with a loud clang, you see all of the people in the audience chamber stop and look and see what the commotion was, and their eyes turn to you.
Is it just those two?
What's that?
All the people in the audience
of the
chamber.
people in the
All of the people.
No, that
There was
shift in.
literally everybody.
all
is
of
back
the
to
other
existence.
reindeer.
So we shift into okay.
It appears that
We brought the city back.
it appears and Rolf appears in front of you. He goes, I think it worked. I think we're back.
So, son, don't take this the wrong way, but if I can figure this out in about 2 seconds, I don't think you should hold on to this device anymore.
That's fair.
So, Rolf, can you please give me a little bit more information about what this is, and maybe if you know anything about these trials that we're going through? It seems we fixed the city, or at least this part in here, for whoever knows.
He scratches a like matted mop of hair on top of his head, rubs a little bit of the like stubble that's come in. He goes, "Well, have you talked to Dano?"
He's been a little less than helpful recently.
That's not like him. Oh, what do you want to know?
What? Do
I don't know.
Dunno.
I didn't want to do it because it was too easy, but fuck it, okay.
How do we skip the trials? I mean,
I'm not regular Gunkbog. I couldn't have done it in character, so I just had to interject it somewhere.
Wow. So what are these trials?
Well, the first circle, you've already made it past. You have to be pretty smart to make it past on a regular basis. Even some extremely intelligent folk will randomly be consumed by the flames because, I don't know, we call it the judgment. But that at least you can get a message to Morrison Cures from here. I haven't ventured beyond the first circle, ever.
how do we send a message to Morrison?
If it's important enough, then Deneau will pass it along.
Ooh, okay. So
What do you think? I'm thinking we should let him know that we fixed the problems with the city.
I have a very high deception. So we can send him something to tell him we need to speak with him.
I'm sorry, did you say you're very good at lying?
No, this is table talk.
What is paper?
Should we tell him that we have a gift for him or something that needs his urgent
Yes, now you
attention
see-
in person?
The three of us will be inside the rabbit. Where?
Yeah.
Sir Lancelot, myself, and you will be in the rabbit.
I want to ask.
Dunno, can you send a message to Molson?
I must say, I don't feel comfortable with lying to the person we are potentially trying to capture.
All things of import will reach Morrison Cures, my masters.
What if we
ears.
think Morrison might be like dead or injured?
Well, this is something we can do to get him
I believe
here
this is outside of my
instantly.
parameters.
Well, I want to ask Rolf.
Oh, Rolf, yeah. He goes, well, I don't think that's possible.
Rolf.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, he's been around for like a really long time,
Okay,
and
so
he
it's-
doesn't like die. I don't know. That doesn't really make sense to me.
Dunno, I need you to send a message to Morrison.
I'm listening.
We have a matter of great import for him to meet us here.
He is here.
No, to meet us where we're at
I understand.
this spot. Or to bypass the trials.
I understand.
Can you send that to him? We have a gift for him.
I understand your request.
In the event that doesn't work,
we want to skip the trial. We have
Can
a
you
gift.
at least-
We need to talk to him.
can you at least give us a little bit more insight about what these next two trials could be?
The second circle is a test of your virtue. The third trial is a test of your leadership. Those who pass these two trials will stand in front of Morrison Cures for a personal audience.
Oh, guys, I don't think we've heard this before.
Well, I don't feel comfortable lying to somebody.
Why?
And it
No
appears
matter
you may
what.
have already passed the second trial.
Dunno, send this message, please.
Yes, I'm ready.
We have a gift from Molson Coors. We will wait for him to visit us here.
Okay.
You see, we have a gift for him from out of town because you said matters of great import. We are importing these goods.
Yes. So please send this.
Damn, you got me there.
Please send this now.
We're importing D.
What is D?
Does he want
D's
the D?
nuts.
It's about that time Errol shows up and he's like, why do I have D's nuts in my inventory?
I'm really excited for the second circle.
So, Montgomery, I don't think that's going to work.
I, for one, am not worried about the following tests.
Rolf, this contraption here.
The circles?
No, the thing I'm holding.
Oh,
This, does this have the ability to turn certain things sort of ethereal? Or is it just kind of a grab bag of random effects?
he goes, are you familiar with the concept of carcinization?
I'm not.
So, in my studies, I'm actually I'm a biologist. I study living creatures. So I came upon this apparatus of the crab, and as you may know, in biology, there's a tendency to for everything to sort of become one thing. In this case, a crab. So, from an arcane perspective, likewise, magic can go in the same way. You can reverse, or you can devolve, or evolve, but eventually you come to a crab. Does that make sense?
All is crab.
The fucking crab segment.
I guess you could say it does make sense, but what I would like to know is, does this turn us to that ghostly form that you had seen us in before?
With some modification, yeah, I think so.
Okay.
But
That or a crab.
But in doing it in the city, you might do the same damage that was just done.
I that's all I need to know. Thank you so much, Rolf. I don't know where you hail from.
Here,
Okay, great. Then
I'm a
we are
student of the master here.
lovely. Then we will be continuing on our way.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yep. Best of luck. I wish you.
I'm going to keep the crab though.
Yes, that's fine.
I have it. I have one apparatus of the crab already. I would love a second one.
Open hand. Here one day, gone the next.
I have a question for Rolf.
Yes,
You're a student of the master, Morrison Cures.
I am.
Why didn't he fix your error once it was discovered?
Dino just said something. I admit I'm not a student of philosophy of Morrison Cures. I'm really more interested in the revelations and the developing new technologies. So, but Dino said something like the limited attention or focus.
So his attention is not on the city.
It's on the city, but everything all at once, I get the impression, is a lot. The portals, for example.
It is your understanding that Morrison Cures did not notice that the city was broken?
I guess so. Or he didn't deem it important enough to address, or
Not
knew
broken
that
enough.
you would fix it.
Okay.
In theory, if we break it enough, then though, he would come. And notice.
He might take notice. Yes, it hasn't worked well for those in the past.
Or you, it seems.
Well, not important enough,
Well, Dano's not really.
I'm not to be recommending that we are to be causing any more harm.
We
to
don't
the
want
city.
to damage the city.
Well, that's
Dano's
why.
not
That's
really
why I'm
helping
keeping
us.
the crab.
What if
Should we
we-
just move on?
I think.
I think we move on. We don't want to damage the city.
I think we
What
should.
if we break Dano?
I don't know.
I don't know anybody
I'm
that's
not
Dano,
thinking
are
that
you
is a good
alive?
idea.
From my understanding, no.
Why not?
I am the construct of a spell.
Why not?
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Why not?
Because I am a spell.
Why not?
Yardley will start walking towards the second trial.
Take the bottle of wine out of
Tenley
Monty's
follows.
hands.
Tenley follows Yardley.
All right.
Somebody cast a spell magic on Dano.
At the edge, of the second circle,
Don't say it. Sorry, keep going.
the second circle is a ring of reddish pumice, like igneous rock, and shiny red crimson runes glow in the steps of the second circle. Again, cycling language until you can read, "Hail and hearty. This is the virtue of Von Kaiser. The weak have no place here."
So Montgomery says, "This is to test our virtue. How many of us have not had sex?"
Not me. I have.
These clearly
Insight.
not me.
Insight. Insight.
I'm not deceiving.
So we have at least 2 in our party that are safe from this trial. What about the rest of us?
You Yardley fucks, dude.
Yardley fucks.
Yardley fucks.
If there's any character that fucks, I feel like it's Gunkbog.
Have you met Gunkbog?
Dude, he
You
fucks.
kill somebody.
He jackhammers, dude.
I'm sorry.
Actually,
Allow me to apologize for my
Welcome
gorillas.
to the Salty Boys podcast.
Your weekly dose of an hour and a half of screaming into a microphone. No, bro, my made-up guy jackhammers.
so what's the room look like other than the pumice and the ring?
Well, there are people here now that you can hear talking, and there are way less people. So there are considerably more people in the first circle than the second circle.
And I imagine
there is no one in the third circle.
Gunkbog. I'm going to touch the hammer.
Yes, Mr. Clifford.
Montgomery Pons runs into the circle.
Okay.
We'll get to it.
That settles my question. I guess we should see what happens to Montgomery here in a minute.
Going
Yes,
for
as we
character
should.
number 5.
Make a Constitution saving throw, please.
But he's pure.
As I'm watching him consumed by flames.
Not yet. Not yet. Excuse me. That was a good burp. Can we do the Sprite challenge?
You take 35
What's that?
poison damage.
Oh, I'm still.
You're still up?
Yeah.
That's good.
So question: when I see the poison descend upon him,
Yep.
does it happen like at a certain like he goes over 5 feet and then the poison descends?
As soon as his foot crosses the threshold, you see like black veins like creep up his neck and like down into his hands and his
He
peripheral.
looks back to you guys. He's like 45 to 85 pounds lighter. Black veins. It says, "I'm fine."
Was it the second circle that he
The
passed?
second,
Okay.
he is
All
in
right.
the second circle,
Okay.
and something happens to you, Monty. But I won't share it until everybody else is kind of there too.
Okay.
You'll see what I mean.
Do I have a bread
Francis is gonna go next.
No, I promise you, no more bread legs,
No more lost appendages.
think-
no more magusas.
I think Gunkbog has the best chance right now.
I may have a way to bypass this.
Okay.
Well, I have advantage.
versus
I have advantage against poison. Yeah.
I don't know
from
if
the
it'll
belt
work,
of
but it might
dwarven
be
kind.
worth a try.
yeah.
Holy shit, I forgot you had that.
So I'll just go in after him.
I have a cube of force. One of the things the cube of force does is let me prevent all spell effects from crossing the cube.
Oh, beautiful.
So I don't know if this will work because I'm not quite sure how divine this magic
Give
is.
it a shot.
But maybe. So I'll go ahead and get out my little cube and go ahead and find the right
What is
side.
the look on your face right now, Simmons? What are you doing?
He's looking up porn.
No, no, I've got a stream up beside me.
Yeah, of porn.
But I'll go ahead and activate the one that says spells, and it's a 15-foot cube. So I'm
Yeah.
kind of going up to the edge of it.
It functions
Activate.
like dispel magic.
It just says spell effects can't pass through the barrier.
Okay.
So this is where I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. Then I'll cross over.
Yeah.
I mean, if I go through, I will probably cross over. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Okay. So Gunkbog, sounded like you passed through first. Go ahead and roll your Constitution saving throw.
Holy shit, bro! I need to use that dice.
17 plus whatever Gunkbog's con mod
I think
is, which
you-
is a lot.
I think he's made it.
Yeah, you take a step down into the next circle, and I will tell you what happens.
Yeah,
but you see Monty.
So 21.
Yeah, you're good. So spell effects can't pass the barrier.
So I guess if the spell effect is like within the 15-foot cube, that's where it's emanating from. It probably does still get me, is my guess.
Yeah.
But that's where if it's coming like from the statue or something, though, then maybe not.
We've stumped the DM.
That means I'm good.
Stump the chumps.
I didn't
Yeah.
want to say it, but
Oh,
you're the only
shit,
person
sorry.
who knows.
What was that about my moldy
No, wait,
references?
never mind. It was con.
Well,
it wasn't
I
dex.
understand that one because I love it.
Oh man,
It's like
I really don't know what to do.
I love you.
Poison him.
I guess like flip a coin to see whether it works or not, and then roll.
I've got a
Roll a
coin.
d2.
Let me. So I think this is going to make the most sense. So the cube of force works, and it weakens the magic in crossing into the next barrier. So do you want to pass through? You can tell that the magic is still there, but you can tell that the cube of force has definitely weakened.
Have you played
I will go through.
Crystal Chronicles? Final Fantasy.
I have not. Go and roll with advantage. Constitution saving throw.
So you have to hold a chalice and like you go through like a poison mist, and it's kind of like that. But I guess if he still gets damaged, it's like
Like it could still.
Oh no! I got a 10.
Oh, that's 10
Plus 0.
0.
better than the one he rolled.
30
You take 37 poison damage.
How much health do you have?
I've been better. I'm not dead yet.
Oh, but if we're in the next room with nobody else, we should be able to take a long rest, right?
That's quick
I
math.
just said that. But something happens to you as well. You see Gunkbog and Monty. It is the three of you remaining: Francis, Tenley, Yardley.
Yeah, Francis is just going
All
in.
right, roll Constitution saving throw with advantage.
That is a 20.
All right, something happens to you. You see Gunkbog, you see Wander, you see Monty.
What was the roll?
Constitution saving throw
Okay,
with advantage.
Tenley, after you.
Age
Can
before
I-
beauty.
Are we trying to get in the center of the circle? Is that how do we get to the trial after this? What happens? Or like where's the entrance to the next trial?
We don't know. We didn't ask.
I am asking right
Well,
now.
I'm assuming
I was
it's
under the
just-
impression that it was like 3
Yeah.
rings.
Yeah.
It's like the
That-
third ring of a 3-ring circus.
Yeah, I know there's
pass-
no like visual aspect or like visual component of this, but the way Deneau was explaining it was like the third or the first circle that you went into to talk to Deneau, that was the first trial. This second circle and then the third circle get you to the center.
So it will probably be open
So
after we
we're
pass.
going towards the center.
Yeah, and the statue's in the middle. So it's a big bowl. It's in the shape. It's an inverted shape of the city. Big bowl. And
Ah.
the rings are in the
So
middle.
that's the statue. It's him.
What's the what is the size of the room we're in?
20 by 20.
Statue is for it's a 2x2.
We're in the studio.
Rough estimate as you look around. Don't do my geometry math, but the radius of the circle would be 300 feet or so.
Hang on.
His bike cut.
I think that's pretty.
And we're already partially in the circle.
Yeah, you're in the first circle. Some of you are in the second circle. Those of you that have not crossed over, you can see the people who have crossed over. They're like kind of looking around at stuff that. Well, I guess it's just you two.
Us three.
Yeah,
No, two.
Francis already went through. So
Oh,
you two
shit.
see the rest of the crew sort of like looking around at stuff and seemingly interacting with stuff that's not there, which will make sense in a second. Sorry.
Can I use my cape to dimension door to the center?
Yes. Yes, you may. In 1 second.
Okay.
Yardley, what do you do?
I'm gonna walk.
And I can take someone with me if they want, right? One person.
Oh, you can, yeah.
You can
does
take
anyone want a
Walks
cape?
the other way and goes home.
Yeah.
Does anyone want a cape with me to the center?
The only person who can see you
Yeah.
Just
or
take
appears to be
Yardley.
acknowledging you is Yardley.
Grab him by his arm.
what about Simmons? Or
He
He already went through.
Oh,
I'm already in the
I'm
second
sorry.
So this is a
circle.
test of
Virtue.
virtue.
I can read it again. You can still see it. Hail and hearty. This is a virtue of Von Kaiser. The weak have no place here.
I'm gonna go through the dimension door.
All right, cool. Yeah, tell me what that looks like. You have the cape.
I throw the cape over us, and when I throw it back over where I intend us to be.
When you throw it back,
Okay. So who else got fucked? It was Wonder.
Yeah.
So okay, Montgomery's standing there with like strips of flesh hanging off his body, and he's basically a human skeleton.
I am going to cure wounds on you immediately.
Are you? Do you have to touch him?
what happens? Wait, what happens to us?
Wait, I thought we got.
No, cure,
oh,
cure wounds is
You
30.
two get dimension door to the center.
the center. Yeah.
Oh, we're only on the outside circle.
You're in the second circle right now.
I'm going
So
to
there are
jump through the
circles
next
of
one.
us.
Now that you're not where you think you're. Okay.
I'm going to
Hang
do
on.
healing word on both of us.
Okay. You may in a second.
Okay.
Where you are, 1, 2, 3, 4 of you, Simmons, Gunkbog, Wander, and Monty, you are on a city street at night in front of a tavern called Spider's Folly. Darkness has descended on the city. You can see that the sun is creating like a beautiful sunset scene. But the tavern is the only building with a light on in front of you. You can hear the sounds of commotion and drinking and sharing of stories. The sign out front reads Spider's Folly, with a sign depicting an anthropomorphic spider being crushed by a hammer.
Well, now I know we have to go in there. And he just starts walking in.
Yeah.
Just kind of gives a let's go.
And you
We're all
can
following suit,
cast
I
a spell.
suppose.
Hey, just before you go in there, one sec. And just,
He stops and turns around.
What's
be healed.
I was going to say, what's your healing word? That's so good.
bitch.
So go ahead and get back with 16.
Nice.
Very nice.
And I'll give myself back much less.
Simmons Gunkbog.
Yeah.
Sorry, Francis Gunkbog. You'll also see
so-
this tavern.
Yeah, so due to the
You
nature
fucked
of the
us.
fact that we're still ongoing
You
the
chose
trials, I want to,
tavern for
before
you.
we go into the tavern, I want to Arcana check.
Yeah, go ahead and make an Arcana check.
That's because if I didn't go with you, I would have died.
Okay,
You're
that is
welcome.
a 25.
25. Judging by, like, you sort of look at the peripheral of your vision, and you there are some telltale signs that you are in some kind of, what is it called? Like, pocket dimension. You're
Okay, got it.
If it wasn't a dead giveaway that you took one step and all of a sudden you were on a busy city street and there's a tavern in front of you, you are somewhere else right now.
Okay. So I'm gonna go back and grab Hammy real quick. Talk to Gunkbog. Gunkbog.
Yes.
Were you to be seeing where the captain and Mr. Tenley went?
They were behind us, and what happened was I got here, and Monty was already here, and then everyone else showed up behind us. So I guess if they're not here, they might have figured something else out. Perhaps.
I am to be hoping that you are correct.
Oh, indeed. It seems we're no longer in the chamber. Although I wonder, we did see other people in this ring, so I wonder if we're going to find those people here as well in this, I guess, pocket dimension.
Monty turns back and puts a hand over Francis's shoulder and says, "Let's go. This is a test."
I am to be agreeing.
Cool. Everybody go in?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
You enter Spider's Folly. The bartender behind the bar is a drow, pockmarked cheeks, kind of ruddy, betraying the fact that he's probably drunk. He smiles and jests with the regulars at the bar and gestures over for you to come take a seat. While fairly busy, there's still plenty of seats.
Oh. Monty sits down.
Okay. Says hello. He turns and as his gaze meets yours, you see that his eyes are milky white. I'm Patzel the Blind.
And he says, "Why are we here?"
Well, hold on. Welcome to Spider's Folly. Fancy a drink?
Maybe. Put something in front of me, and then tell me why we're here.
Well, putting something in front of you, drink-wise, it's not a question. The question is, what'll you have?
The truth.
Good answer. Very good answer. The truth. He says, let me see if I've got some in stock.
Locally brewed in Baltimore.
He seems to like...
Frederick.
It's a microbrew.
Yeah. Seems to kind of like chuckle to himself. He's like, what about the rest of you? I've got drinks of all kinds, but...
A seltzer!
A seltzer.
What? Can you please get me a seltzer?
Seltzer.
Jesus Christ!
Gunkbog orders a seltzer.
Me watching
Francis
my
also orders
figure.
a seltzer.
Seltzer. Closest I've got is Dweragar Danceweiss. Do you want a whole drink menu?
Yeah.
that would be greatly appreciated.
All right.
Something old.
Monty
All right.
grabs Hammy.
Open your ears. I'm only going to say it once. I've got Green Iztac. I've got Ghost Pulque.
Monty has Hammy.
I've got Sky Kraken Milk. I've got Brew. I've got Forge Fire Cider, and I've got Dweragar Danceweiss.
I'll take the brew.
The brew.
All right. Easy enough.
Well,
And
sir, I'm not interested in the drinks you have.
those of
where-
you who get Brew, he reaches down and passes you some pre-poured. It's a warm stone ale made of like edible clay and cinnamon
Why are we
in
here?
a mug.
Weird.
Where are we?
You're in the Spider's Folly
And why are we here?
because you've passed into the second circle.
Can you explain more?
Yes, I can.
Is the sky kraken milk made with real sky kraken?
Everyone always asks that. Tell you what, I get it from the Aetherwind Hunters Brewing Company. And believe me, I asked the first time, and then, I had to taste myself, and then I decided I didn't care if it was real or not.
How do we make it to the next circle without dying?
Drink up.
Is that it?
It's that easy.
Really?
It is that easy.
In sight. In sight. In sight.
Milk stand. Milk stand. Milk stand.
Is he lying?
I only stand for milk.
That was one of my favorite moments in this entire.
Is he
So
lying?
for context, this was we were playing a game called Adventure Skeletons, and they met a bunch of frat boys. They needed as much milk as they could get their hands on to power up their bones.
Whoa,
with calcium.
whoa,
Yeah,
whoa.
No, we were
Skeletons,
making pizza.
Yes.
We were getting the milk
Yes.
to make cheese.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
Getting the milk to make cheese to make pizza
Anyway,
to give to all the pod people so they'd explode.
Yeah, that's right.
Don't let this
Super
overshadow.
simple.
Anyway.
Super simple.
Don't let this
So they
overshadow Nathan.
They needed all the milk, and they found out that a bunch of frat boys were about to buy up the milk for gains, and so they were like, "There's only one way to settle this: milk stand, milk stand."
We had a milk
Just
drinking
like
contest.
Milk drinking contest.
And my character fucking destroyed.
Yeah, you drank like 5 gallons.
I
of
did.
milk.
I did.
And we're skeletons.
That's it.
We have no digestive system.
It's just passing through. And half
Empowering my bones.
yeah, half of you had to like tap out, and we didn't explain why. Anyway.
It was fun.
No, yeah, we did. It was calcified.
Yeah.
You got calcium
You got-
deposits
you
in your
got-
joints.
That's right. Yeah, I made you proud. Okay, so I'll repeat it again because Patzel won't. But there's green. Green is tack, which is an underdark cactus spirit. There's ghost pulque, which is a sweet and spectral mix of ghost honey and pulverized corn. Sky Kraken milk, which is made by the Aetherwind Hunters Brewing Company. And for the stouter folk, we have brew, which is a stone ale made of drinkable clay and cinnamon. Forge Fire Cider, which is sour ground apple and powdered chili. And then Dwergar Dansweist, which is puckeringly sweet and syrupy, served ice cold.
Monty says, "Give me your strongest."
The strongest,
Let's get this over with.
the strongest would probably be the green is tech, the cactus spirit. It's like tequila, but
Yeah, he says, "Let's get this
But
over
purple.
with." If this is a test,
There you
we're gonna throw down.
yeah, it comes in a like a small clay sort of shot glass, and he pours it.
And drinks it immediately.
All right. 1 sec. 1, 2, 3. For the next 24 hours, you have advantage on charisma saving throws.
So a -2. No, he's
And
good.
the three of you remaining, as he takes a drink, you see Monty slowly phase out of the bar.
Nice.
So Francis is just gonna slam back the tankard of brew.
All right. You get +2 AC for 24 hours.
Ooh.
Oh wow,
That's pretty good for.
Definitely good for Francis.
Yeah.
that actually helps a lot.
He's broken double digits, guys.
I wish I was there.
Gunkbug, you also got brew, right?
I did.
Does Francis also start to?
He does.
Only if you're a pussy.
As soon as he
Sorry.
finishes the
I will
drink.
take the Sky Kraken.
Yeah. Okay.
Know thy enemies
Yeah.
by drinking their milk. It's an old adage.
I suckled a giant.
Your mother's
Would you
milk.
roll 2d20 for me and
No,
add
no.
them together? Oh boy, you get 8 temporary hit points for the next 24 hours.
Dang.
It's thicker than you expected.
Imagine being a virgin with 8
I
health.
don't think this is milk.
As he phases out.
Damn, there's some last words. Patzel like laughs and like kind of looks at Gunkbog like, oh,
It's
Hey.
cum.
Ah, yes. I would know come anywhere.
it's from the.
Of
There's no
course.
female Sky Krakens, you idiot.
Oh, so terrible, so terrible.
Oh, okay. He,
We're going further towards the salty
Patzel
woods.
looks at Gunkbog like, say, you look kind of familiar.
Yeah. I'm an orc, and there are a lot of orcs down here.
That's true. You related to anybody I'd know?
I don't know. Do you know my mommy?
Who's your mom?
Narak.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Okay.
Oh.
Strong family resemblance.
Yeah.
If anyone's told you.
And there's no one left
Yeah.
to grab the hammy.
It's not my peenie though, cause my mommy don't have a peenie. That not the family would ever.
Not that I've seen, but I've heard stories.
How does Gunkbog know that?
Gunkbog knows.
No, I'm serious. AR, you need to
everything.
explain this.
Because she was trying to breastfeed, but Gunkbog went to the wrong thing.
No, AR, you need to explain this right now. How does Gunkbog know?
I don't know. How do you know that your mom doesn't have OP?
I'm also my
Because
IQ,
I looked.
my IQ's also above 40. So explain yourself, dude.
So is Gunkbog's. It's like 44.
Yeah.
Gunkbog's IQ is barely high enough to keep him breathing.
It's like my dad gave me bad tasting milk.
Oh, he has constant Alzheimer's. Wah, wah. Sorry.
Burn, I guess.
Yeah, that was
I've
bad.
mixed Natty Bow with the.
So anyway,
mango
Gunkbog's
guava.
going to go back to the conversation with the barkeep.
Yeah.
Are you real?
Real as I've ever been.
Okay. Then why are you in a pocket dimension?
Well,
Jesus Christ, this is smart.
sometimes. I guess if your mom's a queen, that would make you a prince, doesn't it?
Oh, no.
Sometimes you make bad decisions,
Prince Bog.
son of Nerak. And sometimes you get forgiveness for those bad decisions you've made.
Okay.
And sometimes you may not like the way those consequences work out.
Gunkbog understand. He was stamping fish one time, and Yachty made him clean up the whole boat.
Yes. Consider this my cleaning
Yes.
up of the boat.
Okay. Bye. I'll probably never see you again. And he's just going to drink the brew.
Probably not. And you leave. The four of you that drank your drinks, you appear in the second circle. There are some people that appear to be interacting with what looks to be like pantomiming at a bar. And there are some people who appear to be not pantomiming at a bar. So there's some people who have not yet drunk their drink, and there's some people that have drunk their drink.
Take a quick pee break.
Yeah, let's take a break.
Welcome to the Shorty Boys
I'm pausing.
podcast.
I.
Straight from the bottom, now we at the fucking top. I'm sorry to offend you,
But
but
they ain't gonna stop. Preacher Mark and the B-A-N. What? Steal yo girl. Because we can. Yeah!
I don't think I told you, but we did rap at one point.
We have almost an entire album.
Almost. Very nearly.
I'm gonna get
No.
rocked because there's nothing wrong with the cock
I'm
block.
glad you guys stopped.
Whoa!
Me too.
No. Preacher
Whoa.
Mark in the bed
What?
is a gift.
Legendary.
I hope.
Whoa.
A gift like finding a dog turd on your carpet.
Whoa!
You ever seen Remember the Titans? Remember when Gary Bertier gets in that
says-
car accident?
The
bro.
intro to this
Our rap
fucking
is like that.
podcast is a BAN song.
Remember when
Okay,
the entire
so-
team dies in a plane crash?
Go her.
That's
I
like
wish that had
our
happened
music.
to our album.
Let's start the podcast again from the pee break. We are back to Tenley and Yardley, and we are cut.
We are, yeah. Tenley's
Yeah, we
cut.
are.
and quick and
Wait,
nimble and quick and nimble and quick.
wait. Yardley's cut?
Wait, hold on. Have you started
I'm
recording?
kind of surprised.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That's why I said
Surprised
that.
at that.
Yeah. Are we good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that.
Tenley and
Sawyer.
Yardley. You have teleported in.
We have.
You were at the base of the statue. You're looking at a pair of giant dwarven sandaled feet.
Like them.
What do you do?
Like them.
I'm going to look up and see if there's anything attached to the sandaled feet.
I mean, yes, the rest of the
Oh, okay.
statue, yeah.
Is there any inscription or anything?
Do I know this dwarf?
No.
Okay. Is there anything else around, or is it just like ethereal fog and then dwarf feet?
I mean, no, it's pretty clear. There's no like obscuring anything. It's just a large domed room with the statue in the center, the bowl. You're now in the third circle.
I'm going to yell out, Mr. Cures, we've solved your puzzle. It's time to come out now.
Okay. We're gonna have another flashback.
Okay.
Sir Tenley, you're in your room, in your quarters, meditating, eyes closed, on the plush carpet of your suite floor. The rocking motion of the boat and the sloshing of the water against the hull can be heard, with the call and response of the crew's command only a distant whisper from here. But there's another voice, only a scant whisper, calling to you, saying, "You seek guidance."
I do seek guidance.
I offer solution to a problem you have not yet faced. It is both a weapon and not. But to have it, you must obtain the artist's brush. This is the only way.
Is this on the ship, like the S7?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will get the brush.
And you hear the faint sounds of a snort, clattering hooves. The audience is finished. So we cut back to Tenley, Sir Tenley, and Captain Yardley.
Mm-hmm.
Tenley, what can you make of this?
Well, I think the statue is of Mr. Cures. He doesn't seem to be responding to our beckon.
How do you think we could... Well, is there anything else like around the room, or is it just the only thing of note is the big statue?
At least, yeah, in this circle, really there's not much in any of the circles, save for the first one.
Okay.
The first one has like a couple tables and some papers.
I'm also going to call out, say, Cures! I am Yardley Quiffin. I would like to have a few words. I mean you no harm, but I would also like some information.
Okay.
I will sit there for a second.
Okay. Make a persuasion check for me.
Are you sure not a sleight of hand? 16.
Pretty good.
That's the only one. That's
I ever make a persuasion check?
Nothing happens immediately.
Yardley will sit.
Mr.
Okay.
Quiffin?
Yes,
I have to know. Do you trust me?
To be honest, Tenley, no, I don't.
Why?
I have known you for such a small amount of time. You have been on this crew, which does grant you a bit of merit here, but as far as trusting you with my life goes, I'm sorry, I do not yet.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
I respect you as an individual and for the work that you have done, but as far as any other person on this crew, I do not trust you just yet.
Well, save for maybe Monty.
And Monty.
And Wander. Well, he did save your life.
He did save my life.
Out of his jib.
I will say we've been through a lot together in the short time we've known each other.
I agree.
And we've aided each other in battle.
I agree.
I can't make you trust me, but it seems that we're in this together right now. We're at an impasse right now.
We are. What would you recommend? It seems I have not heard. I've tried to commune, and it seems you've also tried to commune, but I don't know what we can do about this predicament.
I have an idea, but you need to trust me.
Okay.
Can you hand me the brush?
Yes.
I take the brush.
Okay.
He paints himself one less butthole.
Okay. You have the brush. What do you do?
I paint the toenails of the dwarf statue. No, I paint a circle around the statue.
Okay. You do so, and you feel it takes like a good bit of effort to do so.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels... We're gonna come back. We're gonna come back to this. You're making progress in drawing a circle.
Okay.
The rest of you who have escaped the tavern, you're now in the second circle. You can see that Yardley and Tenley are at the statue. It appears that Sir Tenley is doing something with a paintbrush. In the third circle is obsidian, just glassy, shiny obsidian. And as you approach the edge, purple runes glow from within. The statue is very close now. The gaze of the statue peers over you and towards the entrance from whence you came. The runes read at your feet, On Kaiser needs leaders. It needs justice. On Kaiser needs people. What do you do?
Did someone say justice?
This would have been great.
Perfect.
I was about to say Mars needs moms, bro.
I need Kraft macaroni and cheese.
Velveeta.
Yardley needs some more Crusty time.
How do we progress? Do we go through?
Well,
and
we got to
risk-
go through. The Gunkbog's is gonna dive head first,
All right.
straight in.
At first, you sure? Yeah. No, you can. Can I have a charisma saving throw for all who pass?
Use that one. It's been
Me.
rolling better for you.
That's good.
That is good.
21.
You're good. You didn't even roll with advantage.
Yeah.
That is a
Ooh, that was a nat for me.
Whoa.
That is
A
a
nat
rolling hot.
I'm just kidding.
Everyone,
that is a
Thank you.
messy 20.
So that was a
use
wow,
this to see what
that was
you
a
got.
nat
We're like
22.
strutting our way.
Yeah, you slow walk with the
again.
wind machine.
AR, I'm just curious. What is Gunkbog's
Exactly.
charisma?
walk.
+2, 14.
14? Not bad.
That's really good.
Not bad.
Gunkbog would have been a great paladin.
Paladin.
No one ever.
Paladin.
Gunkbog's
Paladin.
charisma score is so high
Paladin.
because he just doesn't lie.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Or come.
Whoa.
Okay.
We already established Gunkbog
That's
fucks.
off the charts.
No, you established that. I'm maintaining
He
Gunkbog's a
fucks. He
40-year-old
doesn't
virgin.
come though. He's got whiskey. He's got chronic whiskey dick all the time.
Because he's too dumb to realize he's horny.
All right. So
I'm done with that conversation.
as the last of you as the last of you puts their foot on the obsidian of the third circle, Sir Tenley, can I have a dexterity saving throw?
Absolutely.
No, don't.
There's not a crazy high DC.
Unless you roll a 2, in which case, fuck off.
I might roll a 2.
I hope you do.
I rolled a 2.
So that's a 5. That's 5.
I'm not even kidding. I rolled a 2.
Wow.
It's like last week. He's giving Yardley shit about trying to climb shit, and he's
Yeah.
like, "Shit, I rolled a 7."
Yeah.
A massive stone comes inches from your face, slapping the paintbrush out of your hand. You mean to use my own inventions against me?
Oh,
You created this artifact?
Can Yarly hear it?
Yes,
Okay.
all of you can hear it. You're all in the third circle. He reaches over and grabs the paintbrush off of the floor. He says, "Despite this, you have done well to come here." And he takes the paintbrush and cracks it.
Cracks it.
Cracks it right in the center. And a little opalescent teardrop begins to fall, slowly at first, before it picks up speed.
Yarly's gonna die for it.
You catch it. In your hand, you hold a cannonball-sized pearl.
Look into it.
I don't know what to do.
Put it in your butt.
Look into it.
I'm going to
Dip it in vinegar so it
guess-
dissolves.
I guess I'll examine it.
Yeah. You examine it. Make a Arcana check, please.
Okay. Sorry, I have to open up my app again. Oh, that's an 18. Finally, rolling decently.
You hold the Keystone of Change.
holy fuck balls! We can just leave
Becomes
right
that South
now.
Park episode of the homeless people. Change. It was spare change. Yardley's a bum now.
So where are the rest of us to see that he has this keystone?
You are all sort of at the feet of the giant statue of the dwarf.
So can we see he has this keystone?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the
we
statue's
don't
still
have to
just
cross-
a statue, right? It's like,
Yeah, but
The
we
statue,
don't have
the
to.
statue is moving around,
but it's not like flesh.
We don't have to
it's
cross
still a
any
statue.
more
Still
like
stone, yeah.
lines to get to them or whatever.
What's that?
Do we have to cross any more lines to get to them?
No, you're right.
Okay.
So the statue says, face completely emotionless. You have my audience. Speak your piece.
I'm Gunkbog.
So Monty says to Tinley that we are here, we have what we need. So
Do we?
we do.
We have Morrison cures.
If Morrison keeps the city alive, do we take him? Will you sacrifice an entire city full of people
As I said,
for this man?
As I said, I serve a higher authority, and I do what is required of me. Yes, we take Morrison. Preferably alive.
So if it means sacrificing 200, 500, 1 million people, will you do it?
I must.
He gives him a sideways glance and then looks at Yardley to see what his kind of approval is.
In good conscience, I cannot complete this mission.
Gunkbog's gonna look at the statue and go, "You know my mommy."
Yeah.
Yes.
And then he kind of side eyes Wander as well. He's new guy to the group, but I mean, are you gonna go along with us, or are you gonna go along with that?
I'm not sure I know quite enough of the whole situation here, but
I serve a benevolent authority. Something that
The statue
Many-
interrupts you.
ah
Do you mean the knights? Or something else?
something more.
Deception. Deception.
Well, I'd say you're not trying to fool the statue.
I am not.
Yeah. So, it doesn't sound like he's hiding anything at all. So, something more.
You know where my mommy is?
You're talking to the statue?
Yeah.
Says yes. Yes, boy.
Okay. She okay?
Yes.
She ain't answering my phone call recently.
What is a phone?
Montgomery
She
points
usually asked me how to attach
at the
pictures to
statue
email.
and says, "Please converse with him."
I will attend to
Pointing
his.
at Montgomery,
I will attend
or
to his
not
audience.
Montgomery, but
However,
Tinley.
I have a more pressing matter, and he reaches over to Gunkbog and picks him up.
Nah. Gunkbog not used to feel like this.
Yeah.
I think this is what Anton feel like when Gunkbog pick him up.
He picks you up, and then sort of spins you and takes the hammer off of your back.
Oh, why you take Hammy?
I'm doing this for my friend, and he snaps the hammer.
You only be half as smart.
Oh my god. The end of an era.
hey, I touched that shaft.
We have
From-
all touched that shaft.
This is our shaft.
From the Magnar hammer.
Oh my god.
The fragments of the hammer begin to glow, and blinding light pours forth from the fragments. In its place, in his hand opposite from you, Gunkbog, you see a drow woman. With a sarcastic smile, she says, "I am your Hammy."
Oh my god.
So Gunkbog is like almost
Your
on
curse
the-
is lifted,
Yeah,
by the way.
yeah. So Gunkbog's
so
like
you're
barely.
like 19 intelligence now
Whoa.
forever.
No shit.
Oh, that's gonna be so awesome.
Whoa. Actually, no. Gunkbog's not. Neither of those Gunkbogs are the real Gunkbog.
Oh my god.
Do you respond?
Gunkbog's like,
Oh, he wakes up.
I'm like, is he still holding me?
Yes. Yeah, you're so the rest of you can see the two figures, one that's emerged from the hammer and then Gunkbog in the other hand, sort of 20-ish feet above you.
And Gunkbog's like, oh, what is going on here?
Breakfast.
So Tenley just
Monty is just gonna give him a poke and says, "Who are you?"
I'm Gunkbog. I've been Gunkbog this whole time.
Gunkbog, I've traveled with you for some time, but I haven't been able to introduce myself.
Oh, well, you've whispered in my head. And
I've only been able to push whispers, but in Kaiser here, I'm known as Enrichon. Spiderbane, Carver of Menzo Baranzan, Scourge of Loth, Pioneer von Kaiser.
royal pain in me ass too.
I've always been a pain in the ass.
So what's going on here?
Well,
Breakfast.
Breakfast. Fuck off, Gunkbog.
it seems some of the magic is still at play. No. She says, I wish our time were longer, but It has been an honor to adventure with you these months. And I must ask to part ways with you now.
Well, it appears as though there's not a whole lot of asking left. The hammer's in pieces, and I feel like it is not going to work if you're not inside of it anyway.
Were it your choice, I would go back there.
Yeah, well, it's all for the best now, I suppose.
Seeking an audience with your mother would be a good next step.
Yeah, I've been trying to suggest that, but I guess it's just been kind of getting pushed under the table. I don't even know where she is.
Believe me, I know that's how things go.
Oh, I guess if anyone does, you do.
But my place is here, just as your place is at the throne.
I'm so sorry, everybody, but for my own edification right now,
Yardley's mind has been blown 20 ways till
The
Sunday.
statue and Rishon and Gunkbog all look down.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
Yes.
what is happening?
Yeah, repeat all that. I'm trying to write this all down.
Yeah.
Are you still
no,
Gunkbog?
there's no hope for
Mr.
that.
Quiven, I've never been. I'm Gunkbog now for the first time that you've ever met me.
And who are you?
She's my hammer.
Why is she a hammer?
Do you remember the number of times
Have you ever played Skyward Sword? It's kind of like that.
Monty stops Quiffin and says that Gunkbog was retarded until
he became a pilot?
Hammy was free, and now they're both free of their bonds. Now Gunkbog is actually an intelligent.
I release you
orc.
from your eternal bonds.
Yes.
This is Pirates of the Caribbean 3. Who?
Yeah,
The
pretty
statue
much.
interrupts. Okay.
So,
It's kind of rude.
You guys don't understand the narrative at
yeah.
all.
This is, I believe a history lesson is in order. And Rishon and I carved out a piece of Menzoberranzan and moved it here. Here we established the city of Kaiser, where we formed Queen Nerak as our sovereign. Queen Nerak is Gunkbog's mother, making him the rightful crown prince.
Yes, I get that. So, is there actually a Morrison Cures? Is this statue Morrison Cures? Are you speaking through the statue?
I am Morrison Cures.
You are the statue.
Yes.
That mean, and your friend, who was the hammer, is who again?
And Rishon, she speaks up.
And Rishon.
She's the one we found in the scrolls last session.
Nice to meet you. I am Yardley Quiffin. Consider me flabbergasted right now. So, we cannot take a statue to the Justitian Knights.
What? And Rishon, Morrison doesn't acknowledge that.
Yeah, at this point, Montgomery Pons
And Rishon
looks
goes,
over
why would you
at
take a statue there?
Exactly.
Tinley and says, "What do we do here?"
Well, I've been instructed to stop Morrison Cures. That's what I mean to do.
So if Morrison Cures is quote-unquote stopped, are we good?
You said to capture earlier.
Do we have to just bring a body in?
I prefer not to kill.
I would also prefer not to kill as well.
I mean no one any harm.
Morrison,
Truly.
the statue, finally turns to you, Tenley. The time has come for your audience.
Oh.
I can delay no longer. You, beholden by unseen strings, you who are astride the mortal and immortal planes, I offer you an accord.
Okay, Melanoma.
Would you break your oath to bring true justice to my utopia and beyond?
Break my oath to whom?
It doesn't answer, but he just keeps eye contact with you. A big ass statue.
I'm sorry, I cannot.
So be it. Myself is contained in this vessel, the last keystone at the end of my time. It sort of stands upright again and parts the beard, sort of covering his chest, and you see a glittering diamond at the statue's core. Morrison reaches to it and sort of wrenches it with the statue grinding and crumbling, and he hands it to Yardley.
Hot dang.
I'm sorry, he hands it to Tenley. I was like, wait, what? Didn't sound right. Yeah, he
I
hands
got a diamond.
he hands the diamond to Tenley. He's slowly, more labored. He says, "My one last gift," and sort of pulls one of the rings, the bronze rings, off of his beard, and shakily. I guess he didn't. I didn't say he put Gunkbog down, but he needs to put Gunkbog down. So he puts Gunkbog and Rishon down, and then places one of the bronze rings as a little circlet on Gunkbog's forehead, saying, "One last king for my city. No more after you."
Ooh.
Aye.
Gunkbog is king.
Oh my god.
With a final shudder, the statue of Morrison Cures moves to its neutral resting position, looking out towards the city from the central platform in the circle.
So it's a regular statue now?
It appears to be so. It appears damaged.
I feel like I still don't know a lot of things that are going on right now.
I have some questions.
I am to be very lost.
Well,
That's unfortunate.
yes.
Is Henry Sean still in the building?
She is. She is a sort of glowing. You ever seen Hercules?
Yeah.
Where the gods are kind of like glowing?
Yeah.
She kind of looks like that.
Okay. So, Henry Sean,
Yes.
are you still going to be with us, or do you have somewhere else to be?
My place is by my master's side. Here.
And
I
your
will-
master is Morrison.
Yes.
But he has just turned into, or at least gone away, it seems, by wrenching out that diamond.
My charge is still to protect the city, and I will fulfill his last wish.
And Gunkbog, who is now the person in charge of protecting the city.
It's done.
So you are now with Gunkbog,
Yes.
meaning you can still turn in Morrison
I can.
as a diamond.
I can. It appears so.
Yeah. It's done.
And you, Sir Tenley, or Sir Quiffin, have a pearl, I believe.
I do have a keystone, it seems, of change.
Yeah.
I would believe that the diamond would be a keystone as well.
You got my swashbuckler there.
I feel like with all these narrative things, I should also give you this package.
Yes.
That's true. Thank you.
Yardley opens the package.
Listen here, you lily-livered sack of shit. It's me, Sir Clarence, Emerald Gentleman Premier. The voice comes out of the box. You've been invited to a meeting of the Emerald Gentlemen. Sit your ass down in Ankaiser and we'll come to see you. You'll have your hearing, and maybe you'll be one of us again.
You guys are
With
gonna
that,
have
the message-
sexy parties.
The message ends.
Looks like I'll have to commune on the boat. Gentlemen, I don't know what the future holds for all of us. If in doubt anything does change, it has been an honor to be your captain for as brief as it has been. Tenley, I trust you to the fullest. You have shown me your character, and I would, without any hesitation, lay down my life to be sure to protect you as one of my own.
And you as well, sir.
Francis,
Yes?
you have as well shown true dedication to ship and crew
And Moss.
and Moss. Montgomery, your cunning wit has been nothing but inspiring. Gunkbog,
Yes, Sir Quiffin.
I have no idea what just happened. But as far as royalty goes, I will bow when necessary, and he will give you a short little, bow.
I feel like there's a Lord of the Rings moment here.
He's
my
king.
As for Wanda, thank you for giving me such an important package, albeit a little blunt.
I've had my.
Don't shoot the messenger.
But I must commune with the gentleman, and you have a permanent spot on our crew if you ever do need any sort of passage. Now, it's been an honor being your captain, and I still will be your captain until we complete this mission. But I feel like we need to get out of this place right now because I have no clue what is going on in this place at this moment. Henry Sean, is there any sort of way out?
Henry Sean.
Yes.
Henry Sean.
Use your legs.
Yes.
My legs.
Ta-ta.
That is the best thing I can have asked for.
Henry Sean.
Seek my counsel anytime. I will remain here at the master's side.
Yes.
This Keystone of Change, what exactly can I...
Are you asking me or
I'm asking, like, just, is there any sort of, well, I guess I'll
An
ask...
instruction
I'll
manual.
ask Henry Sean first. Like, so, Henry Sean, you... Since you have been a hammer for God knows how long at this point,
long time?
what exactly, and you've served Morrison, what exactly does this Keystone do?
Keystones were not really my prerogative. That would have been a good question for him.
I see, and he is no longer with us.
I hunt the minions of Lolth and make sure they don't destroy on Kaiser.
Can I commune with the diamond at any point to ask this question?
Could try.
I'm gonna try.
Okay.
What do I need to? What do
Tenley's
I
got
need
the
to
diamond,
roll?
right?
Yeah.
Tenley,
Yeah, yes. Yes.
can I please see the diamond real quick?
Mr. Quiffin, I would urge you caution. Do not bring those two too close together.
I am a man of caution. I just need some answers right now.
All right, let me. If you would allow me, I would hold the pearl for you.
Absolutely. There you go.
Gunkmug's going to take the pearl and he's going to set it down so they don't cancel each other out like the fire and ice ones.
Yeah, that was not so good last time. So yeah, you take the diamond.
Morrison,
Do you mean
are you
that-
there?
Do you mean the adamant orb or the Grisius orb?
Adamant orb, yeah. So you're holding the diamond. What do you ask something?
Yeah, I'm asking. Morrison, are you there?
You don't feel anything immediately.
Okay. I'll give it a quick shake and then be like,
Try again later. No, just kidding.
Suddenly, Yard becomes a penguin.
what purpose does this Keystone of Change hold?
You feel a glow, or you see a glow, and you feel sort of a bit of like a temperature change. Like part of it's becoming colder. Like there's movement from within. You are transported to some time in the past. Holding the diamond still, you see a very mortal, very I wouldn't say human, but very like dwarven Morrison Cures and Henry Sean. They're working together in a small workshop, and he has like jeweler's glasses that telescope down, and he appears to be working on some kind of device. A question may arise: why are you're being shown something, but the purpose of what eludes you at this point? There appears to be nothing going on other than Morrison Cures just working on this, and Henry Sean sort of flipping a dagger idly. She seems just as bored as anyone would be.
I'm going to knock,
Yeah.
just like kind of like near surface.
You hear it would be just like a stone wall. You can easily make some noise. It appears to echo around, but it doesn't appear that you can interfere with this memory. With a great sigh, Henry Sean goes, "Morrison, you've prepared enough." And he goes, No, this isn't a war we can win with blades. We need something different. And he turns, and you see something reverberates in your soul. This is the first keystone, and it is a diamond, much smaller than the one you hold, but a diamond nonetheless. He says, "Now we have time." And then you are taken back out of the memory. You're back in the third circle.
All right.
I would venture to say that you probably hold the keystone of time in your hand there, sir.
It might be.
For time and change come for all of us.
So it seems.
With me? You didn't drive.
I mean, I'll go home with you. Yeah.
Oh, do you have a ride?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
Do you have a way to get out?
He came in with...
Yeah.
Oh.
Do
Oh.
you have to get back?
Oh, so I guess it's time.
Eventually, yes. Not right this second.
All right. I just want to make sure you didn't need
We have our heading.
But where's our course?
When he's drunk, he packs up early. It's been very consistent.
It's true. Well, it's 10 till 10. I don't want to cut you all off. Do you have any other questions? Any things you want to do?
Well, I mean, Gunkbog has a very pressing.
Literally been crowned king.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel
but
like
I feel like
to,
that's gonna. That's another story for another time.
I don't know if we have to address this next time.
Sure.
To be honest,
Yeah.
I think so.
The next session when I come back will
in a
kind of
month
be
and a half.
kind of be a soft reboot. There will probably be less questions at the table. We'll start a little fresh.
I'm going to do a...
I'll cast flying. Go wander away.
He's just like, screw this.
I know, Tenley, I guess you're gonna go a separate way now that
I
you have your quarry.
Yeah, I have to deliver the diamond to
The Justice Your Knights.
Cirrhosis.
Yeah. So you'll no longer be able to commune with Morrison Cures. And if you would like to come back another time, we
Absolutely, yeah.
we can address what happens, because that could be
Absolutely.
cool. Well, there's one thing for certain. I can't always predict what's going to happen, so I definitely was surprised. Hopefully y'all were pleasantly surprised or intrigued at least.
What were you surprised about?
There was some more stuff with Sir Tenley that thought I was going to be able to weasel in, but there was just not a good time to...
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm not going to force something,
Yeah.
especially with heavy story stuff
Yeah.
like this. I'm not going to... out of game, do y'all have any questions about what went down or why or who, what, where, when, why?
I mean,
Not really.
I co-wrote this whole arc, so I don't.
Yeah, I know you do. Yeah.
Honestly, no, because the entire being that is Francis at this point, he's just kind of along for the ride.
Here for the
so
mouse.
all sorts of batshit things happen a lot, and yeah, I just kind of roll with the punches.
Wander's just kind of like, is this like some kind of moss man?
What are we, some kind of moss squad?
I haven't seen him do anything. He just brought a bunch of moss.
Yeah, no, he really didn't do a whole lot.
Honestly, I haven't seen Francis do much else either.
Well, so
You can blame Comcast for that. Let's be honest here.
Yeah, to be frank, I think moving
Francis.
forward, there should be, or I want more character development and interaction.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, Francis is just flabbergasted, but based on previous adventures with the old captain, this is pretty par for the course.
Yeah, I feel like after Francis was told that his dad was not only a dragon but the god of the moon, I feel like Gunkbog being the king of an underground city that no one's heard of isn't that big of a deal.
It's not that big of a stretch.
pretty much.
You're the king of a hole.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So, I guess, and it's hard to write a character like Henry Sean who's literally just a lore dump.
Yeah.
She's been living in the Hammer the whole time. We established that 30 episodes ago, something like that.
No, whenever I invented
Gunkbog was
Gunkbog, basically it was like the hammer's got a soul.
Yeah. So, other than that, yeah, Morrison Cures and Henry Sean and Queen Narek founded on Kaiser. That was the tapestry you saw.
Yep.
It was supposed to be that there was going to be, if Morrison Cures lived, the Hammer and Chisel would have been reunited and would have led to Kaiser being more protected. The option was that Morrison Cures was going to sacrifice himself to keep Kaiser safe. But given that he's had the Keystone of Time for a long time, we don't know if he's done anything or set anything in motion. Because being attuned to the Keystone of Time apparently turns you into a statue long term. Which I think
Be a warning on that.
Yeah, probably. There's somebody read a book that was I'm not convinced whether he's mortal or immortal, but I'm certain he's not immortal.
Yeah.
So therefore
no,
he
it's-
can't be a god.
Right. Is mortal or immortal? He's definitely immortal, but not a god. Was the gist.
Yes. Yeah. I guess I'm a little more comfortable with table talk, especially since I'm going to be away for a long time. Are there any weird things why did this happen this way, or why did the circles function the way they did?
I really don't want outside knowledge because I don't want to speculate. I think Yardley is just going to accept what's happening as is. I mean,
Ultimately, we probably won't go back to the audience chamber, or at least the spinneret. I was trying to sort of hint that there are bits and pieces of On Kaiser that hint to Menzo Berenzon, like the webway, like the web hooks, the tower, Morrison Cures' tower being called the spinneret. That's like a spider's.
Skylar, is there anything that you wanted to tie up that never came up? Oh.
Yeah, I wanted something to happen with the brush and your,
Second butthole.
second. No, the second obligation, I guess. But I couldn't.
Do you?
Mind if I do?
I can come back next week or whenever. I know you're gonna be gone.
It's gonna be like September.
If you
or like
want to,
late
if you want to
August.
pick up again and tie up loose ends with that,
Okay.
I'm available.
Cool.
You know,
Same.
for that.
Just hit me. Woo. Spicy chips.
So just let me know.
I will.
Yeah, I'm down.
I will.
Either way, I don't care.
Great. Because I want to work in the stuff we talked about.
Okay.
There's just a lot going on this session.
No, I'm down. I'm down.
Yeah, this was a pretty big session to start
was.
kind of late, and then
Yeah.
be like, we're tired. We're gonna have a finale.
yeah. So we can,
This
I'm
is
down.
like shit. Yeah, it's like a TV show that runs for, like has too many episodes of fluff, and they're like, oh, we're at the end of the season, and it's like shit. It's like 16
Hang on, we got all these
episodes.
things to do.
Yeah.
So the big
Yeah.
things were, I
Yeah.
guess, Cliff Notes.
cliffhanger.
Gunkbog's King of On Kaiser.
Well-
Morrison Cures is now a diamond in Tenley's possession.
Sir Tenley serves a high.
The artist brush.
Sir Tenley has a obligation beyond the Justiciar Knights.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, brainstorming.
Morrison Cures is Giratina because Diamond and Pearl.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was like, you know what? Don't
Wait,
reinvent
was
the
that
wheel.
intentional?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
cool.
I thought it'd be like good to use familiar.
Yeah.
I did watch
You know,
the Somebody
imagery.
Died Here episode again, and it was like, oh yeah, Pokemon.
Which
Because
part
you
of
made
it was-
you made a joke about Emerald and Sapphire and Ruby, and I was like,
Yep.
oh shit.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
Anyway,
That was pretty much my inspiration for
cool.
Keystones. Was like they're gonna be themed around like familiar, obvious stuff. I don't. It's not. I don't think it's necessarily like good design to just be like, well, I made it different. I don't know if that makes sense, but
Right. Yeah. I mean, there's tropes for a reason.
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
It's like Francis is obsessed with moss for a reason.
yeah. So next arc we have teeing up is Yardley with the Emerald Gentleman. I see that being like a session or two. Wander has some
Okay.
stuff that would
Yeah.
make for a really good quest.
As long as Yardley doesn't die.
Which I'm hoping, I'm hoping we can sort of hint at during the first couple, we'll call reorientation sessions. It's more for me because I got to get back into the swing of it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well,
I feel like it's
I need
the
a new
only
character.
other thing that I would like to throw out there is because
Remember
basically
Renlock back?
Francis is tied into.
I feel like it's something. Oh, we should do the the Marvel end credit
Multiverse.
scene where Renlog is just sitting on a throne
Eating
Eating a
shawarma.
with a crown,
Yes.
just like, or if you like,
That sounds
like
awesome.
Conquer's Bad Fur Day, where he's just sitting
Yeah.
on his throne at the
yeah.
beginning, he's just like,
Yeah.
so you're probably wondering why I'm here, ain't you?
Cool.
I didn't write anything down, but in my head, at least, Renlock is in fact in the Court of the Seelie and is entertaining one of the seasonal court. I can't. My brain is failing right now. One of the
Well,
RPA.
I do really enjoy Montgomery.
I like Monty.
So, yeah, he's doing good.
Though, it's kind of a shame that he didn't get to kill off another
All right.
character right at the end of the season.
I feel like it's time to
Yeah,
go.
I didn't write in any combat, so it's either
No combat is fine,
Yeah.
because Yardley would have died.
just how bad would it have been? Just like
Monty
Face
was
planting.
I was kind of surprised that you let us just skip to the center of the statue. I
was
thought
like, there's no
it was going to go poorly for us.
so. My reasoning behind that was Morrison Cures set up like this rigid order, but he understands that you're not, or his way isn't the only way.
Right.
Else he wouldn't have done what he did in the first place with making
Right.
the new part of the city.
Right.
So if you bypass it, that's fine. But like with the Cube Force as well, like you can do these things, but you still have to tackle the challenges. Which is why he didn't speak to you until your crew set foot, because the virtue was leadership.
Gotcha.
And so if your crew was good enough because of your leadership to set foot, on the third circle, then you were worthy. But otherwise,
that's
you would
what
have
I,
been like,
that's
no,
kind of what I gathered. That
And I tried
basically
to
just wouldn't
bypass
trigger
that.
until everybody else showed up.
Sweet.
Well, we'll have plenty of roam sessions and
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have
Oh,
0
and then,
room sessions because I can't write.
I love it so much.
1 or 2 Cthulhu's.
Oh,
Yeah.
Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Public beta testing. I'm also
Well, we'll
thinking
see how
about
it
running.
goes.
I've told DJ Skinny Penis this several times, but I went back and re-listened to the podcast and was taking notes about all the crimes that the Saltmarsh crew has committed. So I want to run a campaign, like an investigation campaign, and like basically try to arrest our crew.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm working for
Holy Grail is like the cops
I'm working for
falling behind.
Cthulhu.
Exactly.
You guys growing up, high school age in West Virginia. Yeah. So that nobody has amazing access to firearms, guns, everything else, or anything, internet. It's just has spawned. So I think it'll be
Cool.
fun.
All right. Well,
JB, thanks for joining.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'll kill my recording now, I guess.
All right. Thanks for listening to Optimus Piggy. You're the best, and I hope this episode makes sense.
Have fun in Albania.
Thanks for
Are you recording right now? Okay, cool. Simmons. Hey, roll me over. Simmons. Hey, guess what? I'm a pickle. I'm Pickle Krog. It's the Salty Boys. And I will always love you. And truly, it's not bourbon. And etching.